Here's how Python modules work. Okay, so basically a Python module is just Python accessible code stored in any file outside of Python. Notice that I didn't say that code had to be written in Python. And that's because it doesn't have to be written in Python. It can be written in a variety of other languages and still be able to interact with Python. So not only does Python modules allow you to sort of grow what Python can do, it also allows you the ability to interact with other programming languages. And basically what that means is that Python can control almost anything and everything, which is what makes it so powerful. So any external file that contains Python accessible code can be a module. Why do we want to use modules? Like functions, it can make our code more organized and easier to understand by separating it out, reducing functionality to its own sort of playpen. It makes more reusable code. Because what I talked about with functions is if we create them in that black box mentality where we're using parameters to get information in, return values to get information out, then those functions are reusable. But in order to reuse a function, in the past, what I had to do is actually copy and paste that function's definition into a new piece of code. And so that can be a little bit more work. And the problem with that is that if I'm copying and pasting a function into a bunch of programs all over the place, and then I figure out something that I want to do to that function that will upgrade it or make it better or enhance it in some way. If I have that function copied and pasted into 500 different programs, the downside to that is that now I have to go back and update that function 500 times. And so maintainability is another thing that modules give us, because if I'm using a module, let's say I have that function inside a module in one specific place. And I have all of these programs, maybe 500 or 1,000 programs that all refer to that one module. All I have to do if I want to enhance that function is change it inside that module. And then all of the programs that import that module will automatically be updated. So it's really powerful if you're using a lot of reusable code and reusable functions that you have. Modules make it a lot easier. They can save you a lot of time. So a module might look like this. And let's say we have a function that's an oldie but a goodie. And this function is a simple one. And all it does is it says hello, and then it provides the name that's given as a parameter. Okay, so that's it. Easy function. Now, if I want to take that function and put it into a module, all I have to do is create a Python file, and the name of that file becomes the name of the function. Some of you have been tripped up by this because maybe you're doing a sandbox, and instead of naming it S1, you named it turtle.py. And it gave you an error because the first line of that file was import turtle. And so basically you were trying to import itself with that. So the name of the file itself becomes the name of the module. So maybe I'm going to say hello. No, I'm going to say greetings.py. That's the name of my module file, is greetings.py. And now I'm going to put that function inside greetings.py. So a module can contain functions, and it can contain variables, and it can contain constants. So now that I've saved greetings.py, in my main script, I can say import greetings. Just like we did with import turtle, and we did that with import random. Now I'm importing greetings. And all I have to do now to use that function is say greetings dot say hello Bill. And when I run that, it runs that function as if it was inside that code. Okay? So greetings is my module file. That one contains the function definition. So when I import that, I'm allowed now to use it by saying greetings dot, because it's the module name dot function name. Otherwise, it works just like a regular function.